Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Project Ozone 3. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, first off, I would like to apologize for the lack of other series right now. I don't know where we're at as far as I'm recording this all in one day. I've had a lot of stuff going on this week, so my recording time has kind of been limited. So nothing's gone away. We'll get everything else back going up here soon. Back to a more normal schedule like we were doing. So, but in here, last episode, what did we do? I done forgot. Oh, we worked on our Ender IO and our jetpacks. Today, I had plans of working on PneumaticCraft. Actually, while we're sitting here talking, I need to get my book. We got an upgrade point. I had planned on doing it. Can't do that. Well, I can do that, but I don't want to do it just yet. I've got something that we have maxed out that. Not want to do it just yet because something that I want. We've got to wait on what we are fixing to do today, which is I need a way of transporting items. And in order to transport items, I need a way to transport items with. Basically, what I'm going to do is I want to automate our pressure chamber, and in order to automate our pressure chamber without worrying about pressure issues, is I need a way to get the items inside of the pressure chamber without putting something in the pressure chamber. And our best way of doing that is Draconic Evolution. So that is what we are going to do today. We are going to do some Draconic Evolution stuffs. So first and foremost, we need to make our book. I don't know if this book is going to be very handy for us. Most of this stuff I already know what we need. I don't need that. Let's just go ahead and make that. That should complete quest numero uno. Let's get back in here. I don't know. Oh, we got that quest we need to complete. Export bus and import buses we've made. Lambda, no, wait, we went the wrong way here. That's it. So, that's going to give us some draconium. We don't have any use for draconium. Well, I don't say we don't have any use for draconium because we've made draconium. We've got a bunch of draconium, as a matter of fact. So, several things that I want to make while we are in here doing this. First thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and make a pattern for cores. We can do this pretty easily. We're also going to need to make a pattern for draconium ingots, just in case. So there we go. Let's throw this stuff in here. We are basically at a point where we could probably make our way through Draconic Evolution and at least what we can do. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. So there is that one. Let's go ahead and craft not that one. We want another one of these. We could probably make our way all the way through it, get the Awakened Draconium and stuff like that. I don't know if we're really going to worry about that per se today. But there is our core. That's going to give us 16 more cores. Our Wyvern core, that's going to give us 8 more of those, which is rather nice. So, next up is the Wyvern Flux Capacitor. For this, we need to set up a recipe for that. Well, we're going to need a recipe for that. So there is that. There is one of those. Actually, I think we're going to need 4 of these to make the capacitor. wherever it went. Yeah. So there is our Wyvern flux capacitor. This holds 64 million. This holds 75. We can upgrade this to hold more, but for now, that's where we're at with it. We've got to get into the awakened stuff before we can do anything else. Actually, I should have left that in my inventory probably. Is that going to complete it? It did. Alright, beautiful. Alright, so for the most part, that is kind of really what I needed to do. So maybe we can get into a bit of the PneumaticCraft stuff that I wanted to do. So, PneumaticCraft, where are we at in our quest book? There we go. So we're at the point where we're ready to start making our pressure chambers where we left off. Getting into some better compressors and getting into some better items. Now, the good news is while I was preparing for this, I set up some crafting recipes. So for this, let's go ahead and make, I don't know, let's make a stack of them. Probably not going to need that many, but we're going to make them anyways. Beautiful. We've got that. We've got compressed iron on AutoCraft too. With the seeds, I did set those up. So there should be our... Nope, that's not going to complete the quest because we've got to make the glass, 2 interfaces, and a valve. So pressure chamber interface. There we go. There's those. We need a pressure chamber valve. Why the recipe for this makes 16 of them, I don't know. And the one recipe I didn't make was for glass. So let's find our glass. Find us an open hole here. And let's go ahead and make some glass. Beautiful. That should complete that. Alright, so our next bit of business is going to be, before we get into making all this stuff, let us look at making some of these air compressors, if we can. I don't know if we can yet or not. No, because we need the advanced pressure tubes, which cannot be done until we get our Amazon tablet, I do believe. Yeah, so let's work on that. So we need an air canister. Shouldn't be too hard to make. There we go. And finally, we need... Or not finally, but there's that quest complete. And the next up is the Amazon. I've used this thing, I think, once. So we need to make a GPS tool. We're going to need some red plastic. Speaking of which, I have started this thing back up. I went and got a whole bunch of oil from the Twilight Forest. We've got one of our drums that we had full from upstairs. This thing's still set up the way it was. We've gotten 7 stacks of obsidian out here. The only problem I've had with this thing so far is, for some reason, when this thing gets full of cobblestone or runs out of gets full of coal or runs out of LPG, I have to take the coal out to restart it. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. But for right now, we got all kinds of plastic, and all I got to do is turn it on. I did upgrade these all to quantum tanks. That way we've got plenty to just let this thing run. So red dye is where we need to be. So red dye, let's just make a bunch. There we go. I'm going to bet that I left everything up there in that. We're going to have to do it up there anyway. So the Amazon tablet, we need GPS tool. We need that. Beautiful. Now the only thing is this does not have pressure. So we need to charge it. And I have got to figure out how to charge it. Uses. Because I do not remember. All right, let's see if we've got a compressor. Okay, that is not going to charge it by itself. All right. Let's see here. Charging station. Maybe that's what we need. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's put this upstairs. We need to be where we can get without having issues with this thing flying. So let's put that down. Let's make the charging station. We're going to need some pressure tank pipes. Let's do that. This should go in there. Let's get some coal. This should, if we're doing this right, should be charging up. It is. It's charging up slow, but it is charging. So let's let this go for a minute. I got to keep an eye on it so stuff doesn't explode. Once it gets full, we'll break all this stuff and go on about our business. Well, I got to look at the recipes and it blew up. So I'm hoping we've got enough to do this. So let's get some emeralds out of here. We're going to need to get this program right here, the laser program. The drill, I don't think we need. It does that. Yeah, we don't need the drill. We just need the laser. The laser program will allow us to make PCBs, and it'll allow us to make the advanced pressure tubes and whatever this tile is, I don't even know. So we're going to need some emeralds. So let's take a look here. This is laser. Is what we need. Laser. So let's put 8 in here. And we want laser program . Why are we not? Oh, how do I do this? Oh, there we go. Let's right click on it. Place order. We should see a fancy smancy drone come. Oh, there he is. There he goes. He's taking our emeralds. He'll disappear, come back, and he should have our program. Beautiful. Now, I don't know, do we need... we actually got to get the laser and drill program from this. So let's go ahead and do that. That needs 14 emeralds. I guess we could have just done that to begin with. Here he comes. And there he goes. Now with this thing, we can get several different things. Of course, we can get the blueprint. We can get oil, diesel, lubricant, kerosene, fuel, LPG. We can turn this stuff in and get emeralds. We can get Restonia, bread. There's a lot of stuff we can do. None of it is anything that we really need. There we go. That should complete our quest. So now that is done. So we need to be looking at making our pressure chamber. So let's get these things. We're going to make a... oh, I don't know. Alright, so we need our glass. We're probably going to need a bit more glass. And we're going to need our pressure valve in one spot. We'll put it over here. That way we've got plenty of room to add pressure to it. We're going to need 3 more glass, and we should be able to form this without having to have our input and output. Beautiful. Alright, now before we set this up to, yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Before we set this thing up to be automated and to be able to be used, we're going to need some stuff from Draconic Evolution. Like I said, basically I want to get everything set up. Let's go ahead and break our glass. We need 2 things. We need this dislocator receptacle. We need blaze powder. No, we're going to need more than that. We're going to need a few of these. We're going to need a dislocator receptacle. We're going to need a dislocator, which is right here. There we go. Alright, so we want to bind this to in here. It's bound. Right over here we will set up this. We put this dislocator in there. We've got that. If we throw anything in there, it popped in there. Didn't see it because of, I know I hit, there we go. I can see it's in there. That's what we want. So now we've got a way of getting items in here. We can automate this thing. Alright, so our next bit of business is going to be to see about we got to go through all of this stuff. So let's go ahead and work on capacitors and automating capacitors. So we're going to need a couple things. We're going to need a interface. That's not what I want. I want this. Need an interface. We're going to need a chest, a regular chest of work. We're going to need a, let's just use an open crate from Britannia. Really? I gotta get more living wood. Alright, so I think we got everything we need to do this. I went about this the long way. We need to light that up. Alright, so we got our chest. Let's get our, not that, our ME interface. I made some item translocators. So that should do that. Putting glowstone on it should make them transfer a little bit faster. Or stacks at a time, I believe it is. Alright. Next up is we need to connect this to our ME system. And for that, I think we'll just run over here into this line. That's got 5 of 32, which goes into this one, which has 10 of 32, 16, 22, 22. So we still got 10 channels over here that we can use. Let's get our cable run. There we go. And now that is good to go. Now just to make sure nothing else gets dropped around here, some fancy little glass. Alright, so sorry, I keep cutting away. I'm trying to update the server. So alright, so next up we're going to need, let's get another chest. And let's place it down right here. Let's get us a hole in the floor that I can't fix. And we're going to need a advanced, there's the item collector. We need a advanced item collector. We will place this guy on here. We want this set to a Y of that, radius of a 5, whoop, good thing we can fly. Radius of 5 by 5 should be alright. And we'll set a filter for it when we get to that point. So our next bit of business is going to be to do some air pressure stuff. We've got this liquid compressor. Can we do that yet? I done forgot. Liquid compressor, we can. So this will allow us to use liquid in order to power this, and I think it's got to be bucket form. Let's go get our lava drum. We got a lava drum up here still. And let's find some fluid conduit. Insert, extract. It is beautiful. So this thing's going to start to go up. We need to get this thing hooked up. Alright. So that's going up. This pressure should be going up. What are we? We have no items. The chamber is actually not going up. Why are we not going up? This guy is working. Alright, so let's keep an eye on this for a minute. I'm not seeing this working. Alright, let's do this. Let's get what do we need for a capacitor? Capacitor is where? Right there. So we need compressed iron, cyan, and redstone. Compressed iron, redstone, and some cyan plastic. So let's get rid of this for a minute because we can't set our filter. Let's drop 1, 1, and 1. Yeah, that's not working. It shows that it's a valid structure. Why are you... Okay, so our pressure's getting higher. But not much higher. Guess we need to wait for this thing to fill up. Alright, so we finally got... I just hit my mouse all over the place. I did make some security upgrades. So hopefully this will keep any of this from exploding. I'm not exactly 100% sure how they work, but we should be able to now put one of those. I need my magnet off. Oh, we need one of those, and one of those. And it's still not working. Says it needs 1 bar. And we've got more than 1 bar. Can we not do this the nice easy way that we've got going on right now, which is teleporting items in? That's the only thing I can think of. Well, that's what it is. It does not like items being teleported into it, which kind of sucks. It ruins everything that I just decided to do. So that means, yeah, we're going to have to refigure this. But we got our capacitor. I'm going to spend some time trying to figure out a way to automate this thing. Because because this thing is slow, and then we can only do certain items, which I guess the only thing we really need to do is which one of these? PCBs, which green plastic and that. We've got how many spots? 3. We're going to need transistors, and we'll need that. So maybe that with some speed. I've lost my... Maybe this with some speed upgrades, and we'll extract, and I'll mess around with it. But that did... Well, it was thought it did. Where's that? Oh, it's transistor. Let's make a transistor right quick. Just before we go. So we need black plastic. So one of those, one of those, one of those. We need to do that. And I've got to keep an eye on this. Why is this thing takes forever? We need lubricant, which is oil. We can do diesel. Alright, so awesome. This thing with security upgrade keeps everything from blowing up, which is lovely. This thing's filled up. We're just going to... Oh, we can't do that. Let's just break into here. And there is that. We're going to have to put... I'm going to spend some time off camera fixing all this to get this automated, get it sped up. We're going to have to do lubricant. Easiest way to do it is going to be probably just with Amadron. We're going to need... Well, no, not just Amadron. Yeah, probably is. I don't want to go through all this crap, so we'll see. Because I know we're going to need a bunch of stuff from here. But anyways, we've got PneumaticCraft unlocked. We've got our transistor. I'm going to spend some time off camera getting some of this stuff done. You can hear this thing letting out air. It's keeping us nice and even, so I don't have to worry about this. And then we'll go from there. So with that, we derped with it. What I wanted to work didn't work, but we can fix it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.